So it's the 25th anniversary of NBA Jam. Welcome, it's Next Level Taken. And 25 years of Jam. Jam originated in 1993. It was a huge arcade hit. It was one of the first arcade games to rake in a billion. Yes, a billion quarters. That's a lot of quarters. It's a lot of money. It was a big hit for Midway back in the day. It was a spiritual successor to basically to arch rivals. It's the silver anniversary of NBA Jam, and there's been talk of resurrecting the franchise. They had an event, the LA Clippers did, where they celebrated the 25th anniversary when they played the Sacramento Kings. Fans could get T-shirts with Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, that were like styled after NBA Jam. And someone even won an original 4-player arcade machine of NBA Jam, which is pretty cool. Now, Tim Kitzrow, he's the voice of the game. They did an interview with him for ESPN, and he was doing the pregame introductions and the timeouts. And if you don't know who Tim Kitzrow is, well, you do know. Even if you don't play NBA Jam, you've heard that voice. He's on fire, boom shakalaka, that guy. I can't emulate him, but you get the idea. Anywho, he said that he was, proud to call the game, and he had a lot of fun. But what he did say was that they were working on resurrecting NBA Jam. He also said that Blake Griffin, reminds him more of NBA Jam than any other player because of the way he dunks, because it doesn't look real. It looks like a robot, AI or something. Mark Turmel, the original game developer, said that he wasn't working on NBA Jam, which is interesting because it came back in 2010, 2011 for the Wii, the PS3, and the 360. If you have an Xbox One, you can play the 360 version on the Xbox One because it's backwards compatible. That version came out from EA. EA, as far as I'm aware, still has the licensing rights to NBA Jam, along with NBA Street, which they made. Now, here's the interesting part. Kitzrow says that NBA Jam he's working with them, and that it's being developed over at Microsoft. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, Microsoft, are you kidding me? I thought EA had the license, but EA and Microsoft are pretty much in bed together. They might as well be. EA Access and a number of other things. EA does Microsoft well, and they promote this console with Madden commercials and, likewise. But it's just interesting to note that he said Microsoft, which I found interesting. And, what does that mean? If it is in development, I don't think he's going to lie about that. Does that mean that we won't see a PS4 version of the game? Does that mean that, or a Switch version of the game? Is it just going to be an Xbox exclusive, or what's the deal with that? Originally, Jam of 2010 was supposed to be included in NBA Elite 11, or at least a free version of it was supposed to be included with that game to help promote that game. That game got canceled. There was never an NBA Elite 11. NBA Elite is basically Live rebranded, but that was a disaster, and it got canceled several times over and delayed. Live is on much better footing these days. It's doing a lot better than it used to. The gameplay is a lot better. You should give it a try. It's kind of different than 2K18, and I still prefer 2K18, but it does certain things right, and the sky's the limit for NBA Live. So I hope NBA Live continues making improvements. But with that said, could we see an NBA Jam 25th anniversary edition included with the next iteration of NBA Live, NBA Live 19 featuring NBA Jam? That would be pretty cool. Would it be an Xbox exclusive? Would it be an EA Access exclusive? Speaking of which, when the hell is PS4 going to get EA Access? Come on, man. For the players, right? I'm just saying. So I just found that interesting. NBA Jam was the old game where you could play as two greats from different teams. Yeah, they were missing Jordan, they were missing Gary Payton, they were missing a few people for different reasons. They later came out with a tournament edition which added some people. The Pistons were skewed to be better in that game because Mark Turmel, the developer, loved the Pistons, so that's why the Pistons were better. Plus, they didn't have, the Bulls didn't have Jordan anyway. They had, Pippen and Grant. Which, I mean, I used to use the Bulls all the time, but you basically played a quarter. You paid a quarter to play a quarter. So if you wanted to play a full game, 4 quarters, it was a buck. So, but it was a hell of a lot of fun, and I would love to see it resurrected. And I played the 2010-2011 edition of NBA Jam, excuse me. So a new one is long overdue. NBA Playgrounds doesn't even come close. It's like a poor man's NBA Jam. Now Termel did help on that reboot back in 2010, but he did leave EA for Zynga in 2011. I think Zynga's gone out of business since. But I don't know what Termel's doing these days. But that, it would be cool to resurrect the franchise with or without him. I'm preferably with him because he knows so much about Jam. And the last one was successful, so hopefully, this one would be on the right track as well. But just interesting. So if you like the video, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, your enemies, your pets. Put them down, watch the video. The cats love me. Looking forward to the revival of NBA Jam. Hopefully this is going to happen. I'll have more news on when, if, where. And if anybody's wondering about the players here, this is Kyle Kuzma and Damian Lillard that I'm playing with. Lillard is on the Blazers. Kuzma is the rookie off the Lakers. And I'm playing against Steph Curry of the Warriors. I'm sure you guys know who he is. And the other guy on the CPU squad on the blacktop mode here is Jason Tatum of the Celtics, who was a rising star. That's why I picked Kuzma and Tatum. I mean, to me, they're like the rising stars in the NBA. Sorry, Alonzo. Anywho, thanks for watching. As I said before, subscribe. Please subscribe. Please like. Until next time.